Alrighty guys, welcome back to yet another video. We are taking a look at a couple of the case options out here on the market today for the new iPhone 16. Now, if you guys want to see an unboxing video of the iPhone 16 and going through the first impressions, make sure to click the link in the description below to see what I think about the new iPhone 16. So today we're going to be taking a look at 6 available cases on Amazon right now to customize and to protect and to really add some style to the new iPhone 16. So what we have here is a whole array of cases focusing on different aspects. So we have super slim cases, we have stylish cases, we have ultra protective cases, along with focusing on different price points. So starting on the very left side, we have cases that are starting at $11.99 all the way up to $40 on top. So we're gonna be walking through each individual case to show you guys what it's like and if it's a good fit for you. So we're gonna start off with the most affordable option here today, which is from ESR. And it says it's a clear case. This case does come with a whole bunch of variations and colors, so you can always pick and choose which one suits your taste. So this one is their Air Armor series, which is a little bit more focused on the protective aspect. So I'm assuming it's gonna be a little bit bulkier, a little bit more heavy duty. So this is great if you wanna protect your phone on a budget without having to spend so much. Shock absorbing air guard on the corners, raised screen protection, as well as a scratch resistant acrylic back. Now on the front of the box, it does claim to have a military grade protection, which a very bold claim, so to speak, but yeah, let's crack this thing open and see what it's all about. So, inside of the box, we have a nice package over here. So we have this care card, which will show you a quick tutorial, which, I mean, I don't think you would need a tutorial on how to use a case. Ooh, wow, look at that. Easy replacement with no return needed. So that is a very nice courtesy of them. Now it does say it is MagSafe compatible, which is very important. You don't want a case that's gonna prevent you from using your phone to its full potential. And I gotta say, one of my biggest focuses is to see if we can still, utilize this new camera button over here. I'm afraid some cases might actually cover over this or make it unusable. So we're gonna be testing it out to see if any of the features of the original iPhone 16 are gonna be hindered by our case options. So here we have it in this nice plastic shielding. All right, look at that. We have it in a green kind of color on the edges. Very, very cool. It is very lightweight, I gotta say, and it does have a nice acrylic backing here. And the overall design of this case is very, I guess, military, with it having these deep, grooves and cuts and whatnot. A really harsh indent over here to give you that extra, protection or that raised lip kind of look. So we should be able to just slot the phone right into this case, just like so, and snap it in. All right, well, that was pretty simple. And overall, it looks decent. I can't lie and say this is the most prettiest case out there. But the blue and the green don't really seem to pair all too well together. But yet again, you can always select what color you wanna, opt for. But overall, it seems to fit pretty snug. It does have a raised lip. So if I come real close to the camera, it does add about 1 millimeter or 2 of protection. So if your phone does go face down, it will hit on the edges rather than the actual screen. Over here, we have this nice sort of indent here to kind of create that lip again. So you do get that extra camera protection over here. And overall, the fitment is pretty good. Everything, all the cutouts are very aligned. Nothing is crooked. Where to click the buttons, make sure they click. Yep, it has a very nice tactile kind of feedback. Same thing with all the buttons on the side. They click pretty well. The bottom area. Okay, I was about to say it was misaligned for a second, but it seems to be pretty good for the speaker and the microphone. The fitment around the charging port is ever so slightly off. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's a little bit where the case is pushed left. I don't know if I can just kind of slide it. You can't really do much. So that is literally just how it fits, where this side is a little bit more exposed than this side. You can kind of tell from the silver bolt over there. But other than that, I mean, for $11.99, you can't really go wrong for a protective case for that price, In terms of the side button here, let's say if we can click it. Oh, okay, so obviously it's still gonna function because it is exposed. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of it being just a cutout. I would like to see some sort of integrated sort of covering over here, but honestly, for the price point, you can't really complain. I think it's still a pretty solid case. So just one of the nice affordable options that we have here today. So moving forward, we have a case from LSL. This is a soft TPU case, and this is in a square style. So this was a very popular kind of theme going a few years back. It was a very trendy style to have a squared off case. Now I want to say that this case is more so for the sake of aesthetics, but it definitely can offer some protection. This is one of the more luxurious packagings, I gotta say. It looks very premium based on the way this box is designed. So there's a little pull tab here. I'm assuming this doesn't open up like this. Oh, there we go. Okay. And here we have the case, nothing else. Okay, look at that. So we have a squared off case, and wow, it's like completely filled in on the edges here, just like that. And it is a soft material, so as you can see, it's very flexible, and it has a very grippy finish. So going back to the first case, I want to say it's a little grippier on the acrylic than it is on the sides. Like this is a matte sort of finish, but it kind of glides, it doesn't really seem to have much feel to it. This one just feels like silicone almost. It's like super sticky all around. So let's switch over the case. Let's pop this baby off. Just like so. And we're gonna install the iPhone into this square case. All right, just like that. So the fitment is pretty good on here. As you can see, look at the camera cutout. It's near perfect the way it fits in here. All the buttons, they all press, very good. Bottom, nicely aligned. And the sides here, yet again, they're opting for the cutout. I think a lot of the cases are gonna try to opt for this setup because it's a little difficult, because it's not a physical button like these that are raised. It is a button, it does click, but because it's so flush to the body of the phone, it's a little bit difficult to create something like this because it takes away from that sort of touchscreen sensitive, feature on here. So it does kind of make it look strange. As you can see, it's like smooth on all sides, but then it just indents in suddenly on the side here. So that is just something to keep in mind. As you can see, it's pretty much flush all around, and then but overall, it looks pretty cool. I gotta say, I do like the squared off finish. It's a very trendy style. In terms of protection, it does, claim to have a anti-scratch and shock absorption. And I do think the corners offer good protection because it is very thick over here. So if it were to drop on its edge, it should be pretty protected. In terms of the raised lip, there is like a 1 to 2 millimeter, overhang, so to speak. So you are gonna get pretty decent protection with this case. Overall, I do like the look, the feel. It's much grippier, much stickier in your hand. So you aren't gonna really slip this out of your hand. So a great option. This one is going for $15.99, so pretty decent pricing for what it is. Now, I did forget to mention that these two cases that we reviewed so far are also compatible with wireless charging via MagSafe. I don't have a MagSafe charger to actually test with you guys today, but it does claim to work with that. So if that's something that you're wondering, yes, these are MagSafe compatible. Now, moving on to the next case, this is from the brand CYRILL. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, CYRILL. I do like how cute this packaging is. And this case is claiming to also be MagSafe compatible and is a vegan leather case. So very interesting to see what it's gonna be like. So on top it says open for a mood boost, and they have a nice little pull tab. So wow, look at that, very simple. And let's pop this baby out. Alrighty, inside the packaging we have this sticker pack. Wow, look at that. And inside here we have the case in a cream finish. Wow, look at that. Looks very fancy. Now this one's going for $22.99, a little bit more expensive than these two, but still a pretty reasonable price for a case. Inside we have a nice grippy rubber sort of finish. It gives you maximum grip of the phone so it doesn't slide around. It is MagSafe compatible. I can already see this ring over here. It does have a slight cutout down here where it kind of indents in. I wonder what that is for. And overall, it looks kind of like a heavy duty case almost. It's a pretty thick material. It is a little wrinkled on the corner, so I'm not sure what that is, but yeah, it does feel really, really nice. So with it being much stiffer, I'm assuming it might be a little bit more difficult to snap on. Okay. Yeah, it takes a bit of effort. I don't want to break anything here. There we go. Snaps right on. Buttons work. Boom, boom, boom. Alrighty. And oh, wow, look at that. It has a little cutout here to be able to put like a little loop through it. So if you want to install a strap on here, you definitely can do that, which is a nice feature. In terms of the cutouts, everything is aligned pretty well, I gotta say. Of course, I'm not a fan of this cutout situation, and it doesn't seem to be actually flush. So it's a little tighter up top, and it's exposing more of the edge over here. So that is just something to note. Camera-wise, cutouts are pretty much perfect. And yeah, overall, I gotta say, it feels quite amazing. Has a nice amount of grip on here as well. There is a nice texture on the edges, a little bit of a rough kind of pattern, so creates a nice, sandpapery feel. Overall, I do really like the feel of this case. It does feel very premium. It's also quite thick to the feel, so you should be able to get a decent amount of protection with this case. So a nice sort of balancing act of a premium feel, protection, and also some style. I do think this looks pretty nice for the most part. Now moving on to the next case, we have a case from Spigen, and it's also the same price as this case over here, the CYRILL. Like I said, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but these are the same price coming in at $22.99. Now Amazon is offering a 5% coupon on the Spigen case. And if you guys know anything about Spigen, they are world renowned. They are one of the most popular case manufacturers, and I've been using them for many years. Brand is pretty much trusted with having the best quality for the cases. So this one I opted for something a little bit different. I got something that has a cool sort of design on here with exposed hardware, on here. And they're claiming this is an anti-yellowing case, which, I mean, if it's not a clear case, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, let's just open this up and see what it's like. Alrighty, so this one just comes with a case. I don't think it comes with anything else. No paperwork, nothing. Okay, straightforward. Here we go. Wow, look at that. Dang. So it has a very, high-tech design. Obviously, it is MagSafe compatible with this magnet over here. And it is slightly transparent, as you can see. I think that's why they're boasting about this whole anti-yellowing thing, because it's actually kind of a clear case. You can kind of see through it. Even this MagSafe ring over here is, visible from the outside. So that is something to note. And the graphic on here is quite interesting because it seems multi-layered, almost like a 3D effect. For example, this design over here, if you kind of look at it from the edge, is raised, as a different layer compared to the rest of the graphics. So really cool sort of immersive design, I gotta say, on here, which, it's pretty cool if you're looking for the design aspect. In terms of protection, this should be pretty similar to this case over here. It does claim to be military grade again. I don't really know what that really means because a lot of case manufacturers always claim their stuff to be military grade, but it doesn't really specify what military grade actually entails. Now, what's cool is that they have a nice protective layer on here. We haven't seen that yet on any of the other cases. It's a little bit more flexible compared to the previous case, but it is quite a hard plastic. So we're gonna slip this in right now, pop it in, bang. All right, take a look at the back. Wow, wow, wow. I gotta say, this is probably the coolest looking cases that we have so far. And I think the blue color of the phone really fits well with this case. Because it is slightly transparent, you can kind of see a hue of that blue color. So whatever phone color you get will shine through, which I think is really cool. The cutouts over here are pretty much aligned really well. They obviously click really well. Bottom, yet again, we're having this issue with a lot of these cases where it's seemingly exposing more of the left than it is the right. So maybe it's not the actual cases are the issue. I believe the phone, like maybe when Apple designed it, actually shifted this charging port slightly to the right a few millimeters, because that's what I've noticed. In terms of obviously this camera button over here, it's just like another cutout. I'm not a huge fan of that, but we gotta see what they're gonna do with this. What's cool, they also included these little holes over here so you can put a strap on it, which is nice. But overall feel, I gotta say, it's very grippy, very rubbery, sort of silicone-y kind of feeling. So you're gonna get a lot of grip with this. It offers pretty much everything that you would need. You got the MagSafe, you get a really cool graphic, and it just offers a good amount of protection. It's really thick, it does have a raised lip, So pretty solid case for the most part. Now moving forward, we have two more cases which are quite pricey. We have one from totallee and another one from Peele. And the reason why I want to review these two cases simultaneously is because they're kind of similar. These are two of the most thinnest cases on the market, coming in at only 2 millimeters thick. It's not going to offer the best protection, just leaving that flat out there. But in terms of just giving that very naked feel, if you are someone who doesn't like bulky phones, you want your phone to be as slim as possible, both of these cases can offer that for you. So these are coming in at around $40 a pop. So definitely a hefty price. But you are getting something that is very hard to find. You can't really find a case this thin anywhere else. Let's just crack this thing open. Totallee. And they have a nice card in here asking to leave a nice review. So let's open this thing up and see what we have. Look at that. All right, nothing else in here. So this, I opted for a frosted look. So they have a lot of different colors you can select from. You can get like, you know, obviously black, green, white, whatever. Now they also offer a fully clear one if that's what you're looking for, to really show off the design of your phone. The only thing about the fully clear ones is that they're slightly thicker, coming in around 3 millimeters, because the material is different. So these are pretty flexible for the most part, but they're a hard plastic. Fully clear one is actually more so a gel-like case, so that one is definitely gonna add a little bit more thickness. But yeah, let's check this out. Let's put it on and see what it feels like. Yet again, these cases are pretty difficult to take off. The thicker they are, the stiffer they are. So it does take a bit of effort. So, totallee. So here we go. We're gonna take this ultra slim case and just slap it on here. And snaps right on. Very simple installation process. And would you look at that? Wow, that thing is thin. Now what's interesting is they even offer some lip protection. So it does come up beyond the screen, but very slightly. And what I love about these ultra slim cases is that it gives you the sort of perception that there is no case on here. So it pretty much feels very much so like it was stock, you know, without a case. Personally, I think the colors of the new iPhones are very vibrant and sometimes a little bit too vibrant. So it's a nice way to kind of tone down the color if you want to do that with the frosted look. In terms of the cutouts, this one is very precise. Each speaker hole is actually cut out from the case. Rather than having a sort of pill oval design, each one is just a hole and it lines up literally laser perfect. In terms of the charging port, it's yet again, I noticed it's slightly off, like about 1 millimeter, where it's kind of pushed to the left. The sides over here, all the buttons are working, sleep button working, and then we have a cutout here for the new camera situation. Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and open up the next case here, which should be very similar to the one from totallee. This is from the brand Peele, which claims to be the original, the OG slim case. Now, I don't know if they really are the OG, because personally, I've actually heard of totallee before Peele was even a thing. But maybe I just haven't heard of it. You know, maybe I heard of totallee first, but here we have the box. Very luxurious, matte black, very simple. This one is the most expensive one yet. So the totallee one, actually I just checked, is $35. This one is $40, so you are paying $5 more. Look at the packaging, my goodness, so nice and premium. And we have the case over here, and pretty much that is it. So, oh, forgot to mention, this thing is magnetic, look at that. Oh, I think you're paying $5, honestly, for the packaging, not even the case. But here we have it. Very similar to the totallee case. It's near identical. Yeah, like I said, I feel like they might just be getting it from the same supplier and just slapping their brand on it. And the actual cases themselves don't have any logos on it. So it is very possible that they're just sourcing it from the same manufacturer and just slapping their brand on the packaging. So that's just something to keep in mind. Yeah, let's just really compare this thing because it looks literally the same. You know, like even the way that the button cutouts are, it's like, yeah, see how it's like literally just like cut out from the edges. It's identical. Same thing with the bottom, sides. So yeah, you can't really go wrong with either brand here. Slap this thing on. Yeah, very familiar, very similar. This one's just blacked out in a matte black finish. I do like the black a little bit better than the frosted look. I think it just looks cleaner. I do like how the blue shines through from the camera cutout. It is raised yet again, so you do get some lip protection on the edges, and for the camera it's raised again. Cut out here, so let's see. Okay, this one's slightly off, right? See, that is more closer over here. Bottom, laser cut over here, and this one yet again pushed to the left. So yeah, I've been seeing a consistency with a lot of the iPhone cases where the charging port is slightly off. So I don't know if that's the actual phone that's just designed differently, and a lot of these case manufacturers didn't take that into account. But yeah, overall, the totallee case and the Peele case are identical. There's really no difference between them besides a $5 price difference. And so that makes me wonder, you know, if you do want an ultra slim case, should you go for the totallee one or should you go for the Peele one? And I'd say if you want to save some money, go for the one from totallee because it's literally the same exact thing. The only difference is the Peele one comes with a very high quality packaging, and that's probably why you're paying $5 extra. But other than that, these are the 6 picks that I've selected for the iPhone 16. I actually really enjoyed every single case option that we have here today, and I do think they serve very different purposes. You know, the totallee one and the Peele one are the slimmest cases here, so if that's what you're looking for, if you want ultra slim cases for the maximum, you know, thinness, that's what you should go for. And every single one of these cases pretty much offer the same thing in terms of features. They all support MagSafe charging. You have every single cutout for all the buttons. But yeah, in terms of function, all these cases have it. If you want the ultimate protection, I would opt for either this military grade ultra cheap version or any of these two. I believe these 3 are probably the top in terms of protection. They are the thickest cases. They are the most rugged. This one is pretty good as well, but I'd say this is more for just if you want the square look. And then obviously these 2 cases don't really offer much protection with how thin they are. The only thing that's good about them is that it kind of protects you from the scratches, and that's about it. If you were to drop your phone, you're not really gonna save your screen with this. In terms of, you know, the most rugged, it's gonna be these 3. This one's like a middle tier for protection. In terms of style, I really think the Spigen one and the CYRILL one are the best in terms of looks. This is more of a novelty item if you want to just have the square design. This one is just a very functional case. You know, for the lowest price, you can get the most function. And as you kind of move up in tier and pricing, what you're really paying for is the luxury aspect, you know, whether it's for design, whether it's for feel, right? So hopefully I covered a wide range of case options for you guys, and all of these will be available in the description below if you want to check it out. But overall, I think every single case here is pretty solid for what it is. I think it does suit the price. Besides these, I think a little questionable for the pricing. They're very expensive for no protection. But yeah, what do you guys think? Which case is your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. If you guys want to see a more in-depth review or unboxing of the iPhone 16, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We will be doing a whole bunch of tests and reviews over the next few weeks. We will be also featuring the iPhone 16 Pro as well. So if you guys want to see all the iPhone content, all the goodness, make sure to hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn on those post notifications to see when I upload. But with that being said, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.